Our biggest key thing about our team that makes us work well and be successful is that we communicate often and we collaborate together. If there's an issue, everyone's willing to hop on a call. It's not, this isn't my job, it's how can I help?
We're all very laid back in IT. We're very focused on our work, but also able to work together across the teams. We have, help desk, the server team, the cloud team, cybersecurity. So we all kind of have our own lanes, but we all work together really well.
Be passionate and to be curious. IT is an area that is always developing, always moving, always changing. And you have to be able to move with that, be moldable, be willing to always be learning. And I think that if you want to be successful in information technology, you have to be curious about it.
IT is kind of best suited for lifelong learners. I think that if you have the attitude of, I went to this class or I got a degree and I know everything now and I don't need to continue to learn, then that might last for a couple months, but pretty quickly you're going to realize that it doesn't scale. It's such a fast-moving industry that you really just need to have that attitude of just being a lifelong learner and having a growth mindset.
You're always looking for new projects. You're always looking for a new tech out there to implement.
Curiosity, passion, and being a people person. Surprisingly, you wouldn't think that in IT you have to be a people person, but I think you have to be able to connect with your user and to see what they're struggling with and how can we make that easier for them.
The culture here is pretty laid back, and there's a few things I really appreciate. One being that the company itself puts a lot of value in the employees. It doesn't feel like they're really, kind of cheaping out on us or like not valuing us. There's a lot of just little tokens of appreciation that collectively add up to show that like the people at the top really do care about us, and they want us to be happy, and they understand that if we're happy, we're going to do a better job.
It wasn't like other companies where, it's very, I guess, bureaucratic and kind of stale. This environment is extremely lively, and I was really surprised when I worked here just how many people talk to each other and collaborate with each other cross divisions. It's just really cool to see, and that kind of brings it back to the culture of the company. It's just very warm and welcoming.
I have not had one bad interaction with another employee here.
They're the nicest people. Yeah, they're super welcoming. We'll typically have a couple social calls in the morning. Everyone's kind of hopping on and reading their emails, drinking their coffee. So all new hires are welcome to join those, and they'll typically have like an onboarding buddy, someone specific that they can ask questions to, or even not about our team, but about the culture of Inductive. And there's quite a few different people that will connect with a new hire and really make them feel welcome.
There's really a sense of camaraderie in that we all have each other's backs. I know that I can post something in one of our Slack channels and at least a few people are going to be happy to hop in there and help me. And I never feel when I'm answering a question from another department that this is all on me and I need to figure this out. I know that, there's at least a few other people that are going to have the answer and can help me. And if they don't know the answer, they'll help me find it.
We'll figure it out together. You're never going to be in trouble for taking leadership and trying new things. It's very much encouraged.
A lot of the stuff we do is we can't deliver results immediately, and we have to explain that to people. And people are always completely understanding, and they don't have unrealistic expectations. They understand that we're just humans, and they treat us as such. And it's really refreshing.
Even though we're expanding and growing and hiring a lot of people, it still feels like a small company. I found a lot of coworkers that have similar hobbies and interests. Everyone is easy to talk to, and I love the flexibility of working from home.
I think what makes me the most excited is just that, if you asked me 5 years ago, or you kind of showed me what I'd be doing now, a day-to-day thing, I would think, wow, that's like a dream job. I could never get there, but somehow I did. And I get paid now to do things that don't feel like work. I'm involved in really engaging things that just keep me wanting to go, not because I want a paycheck, but because I want to figure these things out and they interest me.
There are always new challenges, new things to learn every day. It's not the same day twice, and that one makes working here very fun.
What makes me excited is just being able to be a key contributor to our division's success, and then by extension, the company as a whole at Inductive Automation. I think that's the most exciting thing for me.
I think the excitement comes from doing something completely new. I never envisioned myself working in IT. I never thought that it was something that I could do. So I think it's exciting to me to branch out a little bit, try something new, and to feel so supported by the team that I work with.
Working in IT at Inductive has been a lot different in a very good way compared to my previous IT jobs because, it was just very disorganized, and it's a lot more streamlined here. In the past, I've kind of had to fight to get the things that I wanted done, whereas here we're all open to each other's perspectives and goals and desires to pursue what you want within IT. There's no limit on what you can do here. We're very, very rarely told, no, that's not possible. If you can dream it, you can do it, essentially, is kind of our message here.
Really, the first thing that stuck out to me was just the investment in being properly staffed and sized. It's kind of just a classic joke that IT departments are always, no one cares about the IT department. It's sort of shoved off in the corner, and they barely have enough people, and you only go to them when something's not working and you're mad. Here, IT is treated differently. We have plenty of people in our department. We're not stretched super thin, and that allows us to just, one, have a better quality of life as employees, but two, deliver better results to our coworkers.
In my previous roles in other companies, when I wanted to implement something new, I always get a huge pushback against it, and I have to just keep going at it until I'm able to implement it. People are always seem to be against change. Users here are more used to that change, so we don't get that huge pushback.
It's also really refreshing to see the attention to security here. I've worked in other places where security kind of takes a lower priority, and it's frankly a little bit alarming sometimes to see people's personal data just treated in this kind of willy-nilly fashion, and it not being a priority to protect people's data. But here we really it's center stage, and it really shows, and I think it's really important.
So I've never been on the other side of working in an IT environment in another company, but I have been on the user end of things. And every time I had to call IT or help desk, I just felt like I was more of a burden. And the questions that I had were kind of a waste of their time. It just was always kind of a negative experience. No one really liked calling IT. And then coming on to this team, it's totally different here. Our users have expressed many, many times how easy our team is to work with. And I work with each individual on our team that is they're excited to help our users. They want to make their lives easier. And so when our users come to our team, they leave often feeling, hey, that was great. I actually got everything that I needed, if not more. Our team is there to find solutions for them, but also we really try and pick out things that maybe our user doesn't even realize, hey, there's something easier that you could be doing, something more efficient, some way that we can train you to make your life better.
It's nice and refreshing working for a company filled with so many just brilliant and tech-savvy people.
IT is usually behind curtains and people don't pay attention to them. And here, now we get the attention and we get the resources that we need to make our jobs easier and makes everyone's job better.
The problems that we're solving are definitely, on a higher level than places I had worked before. The baseline is at a higher level. And so it just allows, for more interesting challenges and more interesting solutions.
Other companies do not care as much as we do about keeping their infrastructure up to date. We're always seeking new technologies and new software to implement in our infrastructure. And if you want to be at top of your tech game, Inductive is the right place to be at.
It's really cool to see how our division has grown and us as individuals too within IT. Everyone's always looking for that next step to improve their career and to learn new things. And so that's really cool. I think that's something that a new hire would love to be a part of.
So I started out thinking I would just be an admin type role, actually for the support division. And then it quickly just turned into an admin role for the IT team, which turned into a management role, which I didn't expect, which is me being able to provide that administrative role, but at a higher level, to be empowered to do the things that I'm already doing to support our team. And so it was rapid growth that I wasn't expecting.
You can kind of pave your own way, and I think that's really unique to this company specifically. A lot of other IT roles are you kind of have your set job and you're expected to stay there and do the best you can. And I mean, that works for a lot of companies, but for us, we really prioritize and encourage finding what you want to do within IT and striving to pursue that through things like getting certifications and just trying new things.
My boss, Jason, has told me that he started just a few years ago as an IT support specialist. And he, when I started, was our IT director and is now our chief information security officer. So the opportunities for growth are huge. And I think that if you can just show up and continue to deliver great results every day, then people will notice and you'll move right up.
Inductive is a great place to learn and grow. The company will provide you with all the training that you need to be more successful. I started as a junior systems admin, and currently I'm a cloud engineer too. I'm also certified in AWS, Linux, and incident management, and Inductive paid for all my certifications.
Just in my day-to-day, I'm getting to do things that I may not necessarily know how to do, but I'm trusted that I will figure them out, and that itself it's just presented a ton of learning opportunities. And I don't really have to necessarily set aside time to learn things because my day-to-day job that I'm doing is just, it's making me learn things. It's forcing me, and it's the best way.
It's very challenging and engaging. I'm always learning something new every single day. In this field, it's just no day is the same. You're always working with new things, new problems, new issues, but also new opportunities to improve our processes and make our environment better.